is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
It's Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie. Welcome to the Thursday podcast. Get that right, Fitzy. Too far ahead of myself here.
I know, it'll be Christmas before you know it if you start doing the weeks like that.
Yeah, but you're bloody heading into the weekend early, mate.
Have you started a new relationship?
Yep.
Get out while you can.
Who told you that?
Love sucks. But it also can be successful sometimes. But this is the thing. When you dissect that relationship and you go through the pros and cons, you got to sit down with your friends. And your friends today are Michael Whitfleet, Ryan Fitzgerald and Kate Ritchie. We are going to tell you whether you continue that relationship or not with pros and cons. I love going through these because there's icks. There are some certain icks in there that you go, oh my gosh, you cannot murder that backpacker and have it in your backyard.
That's a con.
We are going to go through your pros and cons in the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about Travis Kelce. You got a bit of Travis doing some Vegas? Do you out the back? You got to fight for your right, man. He's still fighting for that right, mate. In fact, you know what he's done? This is in Kansas where he's got a house. He's got a $6 million mansion. You got to fight for your right to have a mansion. He's got what they're now calling an iceberg house, Fitz.
What's an iceberg?
Do you know what an iceberg house is?
No.
An iceberg house is where the majority of the house is built below the ground line. So it's below the level. And this is a smoking hot trend in architecture, they've said. It's so cool. He's even got, in his man cave that goes down, down, down into the earth, he's got a golf simulator.
What?
There's bowling alleys. There's a wine cellar. And there's a bathroom and spa.
Gosh, it's not bad because then the neighbours don't know. It's only a two-story place. I thought it would have been quite bigger than that. And then he's got 3 levels underneath.
I mean, sure, it started out as a craze for being a bit of a bomb bunker, didn't it? And the idea that if it was the end of the world, remember all the wealthy Americans were buying up in New Zealand because they figured it was far enough away from any trouble. They could buy a big bit of land and build a bunker.
I told you that we found a room underneath the house.
Did you?
Yeah, so we were doing some renos on the house, and there's a room underneath. It was underneath the driveway, right? So underneath the driveway. So it was we kept it for storage, and it was always cool because it was underneath a house and that. And then there was, at the back, when we were going to do renos, there were 2 gyprock walls, and my mate said, let's get a hammer, see what's behind the walls. And I said, well, there'd be nothing because it'd be earth. Yeah. So we smashed in this gyprock, and there were 2 rooms with all these lights up the top whip that we didn't know about from the previous owners.
Right.
So we think that they may have been growing.
They might have run a nursery out of there.
And then the architect was like, well, we'll just fill them in. And I went, no way. Like, we could make this man cave even bigger.
Yeah. I mean, you've been working pretty hard on your man cave. At this stage, you've got your jukebox. I know you've got that. What else is in there at the moment?
Got a pool table. We got a pool table the other day, which has been really good for the boys and I. It's great to get them off the screens and go and play a game of pool, and you can chat about their school and what they're doing in their life at the moment, because I hardly know them.
No, you don't see them. You're in the man cave the entire time. They're allowed in for 10 minutes a day.
I've got a few bottles of wine down there, so like a makeshift wine cellar. Good. But then I've also... do you know what I've got?
Here we go.
Got given... Remember the old red public phones here in Australia?
Oh, yeah.
So my 30th birthday, so I'm 18 years ago, I got given one of those, and I've had it in storage.
What, a red phone or the phone booth?
No, it's the actual old Australian red public phone that you'd put 20 cents in to make a phone call. So I've put that in there.
Has Travis Kelce got one of those? I never thought you'd be going head-to-head with Travis Kelce. So you don't have a golf simulator or a bowling alley. No. But you've got the red phone and you can make 20-cent calls. 13-24-10 if you do have the man bunker. I like the idea that if a friend came round, they'd just say, he's down in the bunker.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're doing something serious, but it never would be.
Well, soundproofing's always good too, isn't it, Tom? So no one can hear you down there?
No.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a nice quiet place for everyone involved.
You know, if a tree falls in the woods, does it really make any noise?
Wow.
you know?
So if I screamed at the top of my voice, help me, SOS, no one could hear from your bunker, Tom?
Look, it's hard to say. I feel like I'd incriminate myself. So,
Because I'm quite loud.
you
I
are
think I
very
could get
loud.
up there, but we should test that.
oh yeah,
Weird that Fitzy's got a pool table, your bunker's got a gurney.
coming up after 8, we'll test out.
I thought you were moving me on.
Sorry,
Thanks, Tom.
Didn't mean to double
All right,
down on
I'll
the
read-
filth.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I like her, but she's no good in bed. I like him, but he's got an ugly head. Should we go or should we stay with them? Make a list of pros and cons.
I mean, pros and cons, a beautiful way of coming up with a solution and an answer. You said whatever's going on in your life, write it down. You draw a line down the middle of the page, pros and cons, list them. Relationships, it's the perfect place to play. 13 24 10, get involved. Can I also remind you, anybody that gets on air, confirmed, you go in the running for Kid Leroy tickets.
Confirmed.
And it can be tough opening up about a relationship, but Jenny is more than happy to talk about it from Strathfield. Good morning, Jen. How long's the relationship been, Jenny?
Around 2 years now.
Jenny,
Oh, 2
Ooh, 2
years.
years. You've given it a good crack.
what's their name, Jenny?
Troy.
Troy.
Yeah.
Great, Jenny.
T-Roy. Come on, T-Roy.
Okay.
Well, now, T-Roy, 2 years. Now, if you're sticking around for 2 years, there's got to be a lot of pros about the old T-Roy. Tell us a bit about them, Jem.
So yeah, he's really great. Like, he's supportive. He's very affectionate. He's a great handyman. Like, he helps around the place.
Well, that's good.
How good a
And
handyman,
yeah, he's just all round like a great guy. But obviously he's got his like little icks here and there. But you have to put up with those, I guess.
Well, Jenny, maybe
What
you
are
don't
they?
need to.
What are they? Yeah, tell us the icks.
And that's just also like sometimes like when we're in bed, like he does take the blankets, so that way I have to keep pulling them back.
Well, that is annoying, Jenny. I've been in that situation.
you can fix that. You know what? My wife and I, we've got 2 separate doonas now, Jenny, and you can get your own. I mean, it changes your world. so
They
we
are
can fix that.
expensive. Bedding's expensive. But that's the fun. I mean, you could turn that into a game, the pushing and pulling if we get the
Sorry,
donor
mate?
in the middle of the
Jenny, what else,
What-
Jenny?
yeah,
What's
what
on the-
else?
what else is on the cons?
So also sometimes like when he's telling me about movies, he spoils it for me. He's like he doesn't tell me he's going to
So it gives you the
spoil
ending.
the ending. Yeah,
Come
and that
on.
sometimes gets me as well. And
Jenny
and he
gets
also was-
excited.
I think they should stay together.
No, you're not making the decision for the team, mate. You're
mate.
out. Can you turn off his mic? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go. Jenny, give me another con. Any other cons? Because yeah.
I think it's just probably one more. Like he wears these like underwear. Like it's really. I don't know. Sometimes it's like a childish ones. But I told him to change it up here and there.
It's getting
but
weird. What do you mean by childish? Like Superman
Like he has
undies?
Bluey
or-
on the
the
front.
kids, like the kids ones. I'm not sure.
Oh,
how-
briefs.
Phantom.
Just briefs,
Phantom.
Jenny.
Yeah, the briefs one. Yeah, the briefs.
I like a brief.
Silk.
Okay.
I
And
think they should. I think they sound perfectly matched.
Is he a good kisser?
Yes, definitely. Otherwise, that would have been the early deal breaker.
Do you know
I
what,
like
Jenny?
the sound of the two of you.
Oh, you stay out of it, mate. You told them to run for the hills.
You did thumbs
Go
down.
away.
It's because he lost interest.
No, since I heard about the undies, I reckon you guys have
Hang on to
a
it.
match made. in
Yeah, I think
Jenny.
you can make it work.
Oh, without a doubt, if he's given away movie endings and he's just taken a bit of the blanket, and it's been 2 years,
Yeah.
Jenny, hang on to it.
He's
Well done.
handy and a good kisser. Good on you, Jenny. Sounds perfect. Like Jenny, if you've got a pros and cons list,
Give
get
us some-
involved.
Give us some proper cons, though. Like, get stuck into them. Come on. Lauren has been brave and courageous and given us a call on 13 24 10. Good morning, Loz.
Morning, hey guys.
Good. Hi, Lauren. Lauren, can I ask first, what is your partner's name?
His name is Hayden.
Haydos.
How long's it been with Haydos?
Oh, we've been together 7 years, dating.
Psycho.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's
long
the
time.
itch.
Unmarried.
Yes, unmarried.
Oh, damn.
Okay, that's okay. I mean, it means it's easy. I mean, if we give you the thumbs down, there is no paperwork to do.
Clean break.
We hear about the 7-year itch, but we'll get to that in the cons. Let's talk about the great things about Hayden.
Yeah, Hayden, he's hilarious. Makes me laugh all the time.
Laughter's
He's
good. Laughter.
a free alarm clock. He's a tradie, so that's good for every morning. And he's also a really good awkward conversation buffer. Great for weddings.
Great. Oh, well, that's important.
Master of
Does
small
he
talk.
does he own his own business? Does he earn good coin, Lauren?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Good on him.
And as a tradie, does that make him handy around the house?
It does. He's a very good handyman.
This is perfect.
I love Hayden. I'd love to go out with him.
No-
but
nothing can be wrong. Nothing.
he's obviously
Well,
he's
there
got
is
a couple
always
of
something.
bodies buried in the backyard. Lauren, let's go through the cons.
Okay, so one, he has bad BO.
Like, is this coming home from work or when does he get it?
Yeah. Coming home from work. It's also the grubby hands and just general.
Is he a heavy sweater?
unhygienic. Yes. Yeah.
I've got a mate
But does he
like that.
go? Does he go to work with BO or just come home with it?
No, he doesn't go to work with BO, but comes home with it.
That's maybe that's okay.
He's always got a bit of stinky.
We can get through that, Kate, together. Give me another con, Lauren.
Playing the what do you want for dinner game every night.
Hate that game.
Yeah.
Just nominate the person to the day.
Okay, what else? Come on, let's get
No,
serious.
that's a big one, Kate.
No,
I'm so
Okay.
sick of that call.
Okay, the last one is we own a cat and she often brings us in special surprises late at night, so lots of lizards and insects, and he is terrified. So I'm the one that has to get up in the middle of the night and catch them.
I see. There's
Do you know what concerns me about this? Is you're finding some little things. I feel like there's some little things there, and they're annoying you on a grand scale. So maybe those little things can mean a lot
From
more.
little things, big things grow.
Don't make a decision for us, though, mate. You can
I'm
just
not. I'm sitting back.
submit your thoughts.
But he does stink, Ryan James.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Where is the relationship headed after 7 years?
Well, hopefully marriage, but who knows? These things have been on my mind for 7 years now, so...
Everybody stinks when they get home from work. I'm sorry. If you're a tradie, if you don't stink when you get home from work, you're not working hard enough.
Does he go straight into the shower? Like I'm a bit of a thing with stinks. Like I'm not great with smells.
Usually he'll get on the lounge and turn on the footy and watch the replays for a little
that's
while.
irritating.
What, before he's had a shower?
Who's
Yeah,
Stink couch.
who's his team, Lauren? Who does he go for?
the Roosters.
So by the time you sit on
Not
the
the
couch,
Roosters.
He's an Eastman.
right? And is it like a brown leather couch?
No, it's like suede, so it gets nice and sticky.
Oh no, sweat and suede.
Okay.
I don't. Well, I've been told not to make an early call on this.
Yeah,
so I'll
well,
sit
you're out.
back.
I think just get through Christmas and reassess.
We
in the
don't have
new
that
year.
as an option. We don't have. We don't have.
It's
after
too
Christmas.
hard to do now.
No, it's not. That you can get through BO. You can get through the cat coming in with a lizard at night. And Lauren, you know what? You have your weaknesses and your strengths in a relationship. I say stick with it.
Do it.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
If that's what you want, I mean
Thank you.
that's a nice one. You know, we finish on a positive.
Yeah,
Good
all
on
right,
you,
I'll
Lauren.
take that into consideration.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
guys.
awesome.
Have a good
No,
day.
thank you, Lauren.
you.
Lauren
You
sounds
both-
lovely.
Both of you have been on a trail of destruction over the last couple of weeks when it comes to pros and cons. A lot of people have just been giving up their relationships because of you two.
Oh, to be honest, I
I don't
miss
think so. No one listens to me.
Jenny.
Which I think the glaring issue here is that you both have problems in your own.
I don't have one.
Oh, yeah, fair call.
Don't say that about my wife. All right, we got $100.
You got to have one to ruin one.
We
Can
make
we
it
get
happen.
Kate, if you go out on a date, can we do a pros and cons?
Yeah.
with you?
Oh, yes.
Just
Yes.
come on.
Yes, please. I would love that. That sounds right up my alley.
Do you know what we should do?
You know what
Throw
you should
another
do?
singles party.
You should write a book, Kate.
Oh, Itchy Ritchie. The Impossible Scratch.
Let's read an excerpt from it tomorrow.
I don't have time to write a book.
Kate's Hot Date. What I Know About Men by Kate Ritchie. Oh, God. I mean, we're brainstorming.
I mean, there's a podcast in that. You Educate would blow right up.
Educate Kate.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about this one because I saw it yesterday and I just don't know what to believe anymore. This has nothing to do with AI. This is social behaviour and where we're at in society, Ryan James. Now, I would like to think of myself as a progressive. I like to move with the times, guys, and I'm open to understanding
Traditionalist.
things. Traditionalist, yet accepting of diversity and welcoming anybody into our beautiful community. But you have to draw the line somewhere. And I think I found where that line is. Have a listen to this.
We have kids identifying as cats, so they wear furry ears and furry tails, and the schools condone it by offering kitty litter in the toilets and serving milk out of cat bowls. We need help.
Tommy, can you run a fact check on that?
So who was that?
That was just
a teacher.
Social media player. I don't know who she is.
What? No. Was it a teacher?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who she is.
I can understand if it's a teacher at a school, but if she's just an influencer doing a video, I'd say that would be BS.
Well, we do know because the cat thing has reared before. We understand that there are people that have come out and said, I identify as a cat. Now, for the school to accept that and then support it by putting kitty litter in bathrooms and milk in small bowls. I'm just going to do a quick roll call, guys, while you're all here. Jess, are you here? Meow.
Have you? We've got Looney the cat, so we've had the cat for 6 months.
Was that originally a human, or is it just a cat?
And now Lenny wants to become a cat himself.
Right.
But it's funny. I forgot how much kitty litter stinks.
Does it really?
Like, cats stink more than dogs, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And it's so annoying when someone thinks it's funny to do something really nasty in the kitty litter in the school toilets. When you go in there and you go, will I use the bowl or will I just back up and drop one in the kitty litter?
You'll get some kid in primary school thinking it's scroggin or something that you can eat it. You will.
Tommy, nothing to confirm that kitty litter and small bowls of milk?
A school in Michigan had to debunk that theory.
Okay, good.
Because that's where, in the Midwest, a litter box for the kids that identify as cats, it doesn't exist.
Okay, right. But you can still identify those kids. They're just scratching at the carpet a lot.
Yes, they are called furries.
That's a different thing, Tom.
That's
a completely different thing.
Okay.
That's an adult.
I'm so sorry. I'll change my search history.
Don't link that.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Mariah Carey song, which we all know, All I Want for Christmas.
It's a classic.
It is a classic, and you can kind of feel the temperature lifting in the room whenever you hear this song. Comes out very early each year,
It does.
almost August.
I think
from anger.
Off the back of Halloween, there was a great clip this year floating around of Mariah Carey kind of shutting out the pumpkins and the scariness of November and Halloween and welcoming in Christmas with this song.
It's a great transition, isn't it?
Put money in the bank, I would imagine.
All of a sudden, a new song has come out, All I Want for Christmas. It's gone straight to number one. This is the number one Christmas song. Anyway, I had no idea. Let's talk about Travis Kelce, right? We all know who that is. Boyfriend of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty loose brother by the name of Jason who's got a podcast. They did the podcast together. And we've seen Jason with his shirt off sculling beers. So they're both pretty loose.
He's always wearing overalls, isn't he? And a trucker cap.
Very middle America. Anyway, he's hooked up with Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac. And they've released their own version of All I Want for Christmas.
What?
No.
Maybe this Christmas. And it's actually really good. Have a listen.
Maybe this Christmas will mean something more. Maybe this year love will appear deeper than ever before.
And maybe forgiveness will ask us to call someone we love, someone we've lost for reasons we can't quite recall. Maybe this Christmas.
I like it.
It's kind of hopeful.
Maybe there'll be an open door.
Oh, I like it.
Maybe the star that's shown
Oh, wait, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Are you serious?
Oh, thank goodness for her.
Oh, it's Stevie's the show.
Yeah. You can hear the richness in her voice, can't you?
Yeah, amazing.
So
what
you
a story.
reckon that's better than Mariah's?
Well, I don't think you can compare them because
they're
they're
different.
completely different Christmas vibe, aren't they?
Very different tone. Tommy, chuck that on an A1 rotation leading into
love
Christmas.
that.
That's an industry term, guys.
Where's the Stevie Nicks Kelce connection? How does Travis Kelce or Jason Kelce get in contact with Stevie Nicks first of all, and then go, "Do you want to do a Christmas song?"
But how did he get in contact with Taylor Swift? I mean, they just put it on the podcast and voila.
Can make
Do you
anything happen
reckon
on that
Taylor's
podcast.
done the introduction?
No. Do
No.
you know what? I think maybe he has spoken about it on the podcast and then
Yep.
the ball has begun rolling.
Oh, hang on a minute. Jess
I
has got
think
something
they
on
actually met in the VIP tent at the Eras tour because Stevie Nicks was there one night. I'm pretty sure Jason was there as well.
And
I'm sure they have people that teed up, but I think they actually
Yeah,
met there.
and they were laughing. Oh, imagine if we did a Christmas song and knocked Mariah off the charts.
But because I think, if you can call something out in a public forum, isn't that how? Is it Benji Madden that's with Cameron Diaz?
Yeah.
I'm sure at one of their concerts, a Good Charlotte concert, he said something along the lines of having a crush on Cameron Diaz.
I don't.
And then she went along to one of the shows and they met backstage.
No, wait, we should do that on this show.
I
Go
don't
on.
think she was at a Good Charlotte concert, mate. There was not many people.
No,
at
I
those.
think
He called it out. He called it out.
He said it and then it got back to her.
Along with the 8 other people there.
Who do you want to call out, Kate Ritchie?
No, I don't mean like for as far as a love interest goes,
Go
but
on.
you could make something happen.
Say it or I will. Are you going to say it?
What? Who?
Okay, I'm doing this as Kate Ritchie. Wouldn't it be great to spend more time with Dr. Chris Brown this Christmas? Well, you put it out there. Anything can happen.
I'd rather be at a Good Charlotte concert, to be honest with you.
What? Then spend time with Chris Brown or go out with me?
Oh,
big question.
Answer that after the news, guys.
Lifestyles of the rich and the famous.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Do you know what I love? I love a good mariachi band. How good are they? They just get you up.
I haven't seen one for a while.
Oh,
Was that
wow,
you?
that's live. Fitzy out of your
that is it.
mouth.
Pull that down,
Yeah.
Jess. Can you do that again? It's actually really good.
It's not bad.
Do that Kid Leroy tomorrow night.
But just, you know what? They've got smiles on their faces. They're having a great time. So when there's a Mexican band that rocks up anywhere, you get excited. So this is obviously in the country itself. So this band was warming up for all the locals, and they're on the back of a truck, Kate. So the band, you can hear the band sort of warming up. But what happens? A fight breaks out in front of them.
Oh, God.
So 2 guys are going hell for leather. You can hear women sort of screaming out, but it was funny to see what the band's reaction was. Have a listen. There's the fight.
Awesome. I mean, they could turn any scene into a movie scene.
Yeah,
The bloke-
it becomes a cartoon,
Doesn't
doesn't
it?
it?
The 2 blokes actually stopped fighting, and there was a bit of a smile on their faces when they heard it. I went, okay, yeah, we'll stop.
You feel a bit ridiculous, don't you?
Mariachi
Yeah.
bands breaking up fights all over town.
They ended up hugging each other and started going, love ya.
Oh, did they? Guzmani Gomez?
Yeah.
Did they? So it was Guzmani and Gomez.
Very good.
That's not
It's not even 7 o'clock.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's not bad.
You can have the rest of the morning
Oh,
off.
well, we should send mariachi bands to certain hot spots around Sydney,
Yeah,
where they
relax.
tend to get a bit of biffo on a Saturday night.
Outside
Love
the footy,
ya.
mariachi
Can you
band.
Send that to Guzmani Gomez as well, Tommy.
Oh, do you want another free burrito, do you?
Another
It'd
one.
be great to get burrito for breakfast.
All right, we can work that out.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We like the Life Improver. How good's the Life Improver? Oh yeah, the Life Improver. Your life, improve it!
All right,
Let's
Cherie.
improve people's lives today.
That's what we're here for. Cherie's in Cogra. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Cherie, we'd love your life improver this morning.
Yes. So when you've got a little bit left of Nutella or peanut butter, add some milk to it, shake it up, and you've got a milkshake.
That is great because you
bad,
get
is
all
it?
all the best bits down the bottom. What a waste!
Yes.
Sure, that's a great start, isn't it?
Them.
I have been putting a tablespoon of peanut butter into my smoothies lately, and it is just magnificent.
You are naughty.
He'll go there. He'll go there.
Naughty, naughty. Scotty in North Curl, give us a life hack.
Hey, how are you, 18? My life hack is how to peel a boiled egg.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Scotty, help me out.
I got this off my daughter. She's a superstar. You throw it in a jar, you shake it about. When the egg's got lots of little cracks on it, you pull it out, and the shell just about falls off it once you start peeling it.
Right.
You need a jar. I know what you're saying. Yeah, it almost shatters all over it, and then you kind of just you peel it off like pajamas.
That's exactly right.
I'm going to try it.
Doesn't it damage the egg?
No, it doesn't damage it at all.
Oh, what if it's a soft boil?
No.
All right.
Scotty, thank you, mate. I like that.
Can you try that for us today, Whip? Tell us how you go.
Depends how hard you shake it.
Yeah.
Rachel in Cronulla, life improver, Rach.
Hi. So my husband's really lazy and he hates doing the backyard, and we've got a fair bit of grass in the backyard. So for his birthday, we bought him a goat, and we now just have the goat in the backyard and it eats the grass for us.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing. But what about your garden? Don't you have flowers or things?
No, not anymore.
Oh, the kids in the background. No, Dad's lazy.
Yeah,
we got the goat.
Don't they eat everything, Rach? Doesn't a goat that'll eat your undies off the line?
No, put it inside. No, it stays out the back and the washing stays up on the patio and it doesn't go near it.
What's the goat called?
Bilby. No, Bibby, not Bilby. Bibby.
Oh, Bibby. Bibby the goat. And is Bibby... generally, I don't think goats are particularly friendly. Is this a nice goat?
Yes, she's a very friendly goat.
And the neighbours are happy about it?
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah,
It doesn't affect them.
You could throw anything out into the yard, it would eat.
I'd love to have a goat.
Let's get you a goat.
Lee in Penrith, life improver.
Well, with everybody doing their Christmas shopping, let's save some money. Every week, Woolies has some sort of gift card on sale. Like, you know those ones where you can use it like JB Hi-Fi, The Good Guys, Cotton On, the ones you can use at all different places. They sell them 10% off and you get a stack load of everyday rewards points that you can then go and use for your Christmas shop.
Oh, I didn't.
You're like triple saving money.
It almost sounds like an ad. Oh, my God.
You know what? They do it all year round.
Do they? I
It's
love
not
a
even
gift
just
card.
for Christmas, it's all the time. I know. I hate it when they say do a Secret Santa but no gift cards. Who doesn't want a gift card?
No, yeah, exactly.
Okay, what are we going to do
Well,
here?
and Lee's already got all the perks to get into Woolies, so she doesn't need the cash there. So we need to give it to somebody else, Kate. This is tough.
What do you reckon, Kate Ritchie?
Well, I think we have to give it to Rachel and the kids in the car. For
Rachel's got a goat. You are the goat of this segment, Rach.
We love you, Rachel. And you know what? If it's just you and the kids in the car, don't tell Dad about the 500, okay?
Okay, great idea. Good idea.
It didn't happen, all right?
Thank you so much, guys.
And the
Thank
good news
you.
is you're all in the running for the Kid Leroy. All in the running for those invites tomorrow night, which would be massive. More winners before 9.
We like the Life Improver. How good's the Life Improver? Oh yeah, the Life Improver. Your life improver.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Wippa, I know that you've spoken on the show before about the fact that you and your lovely wife sleep separately.
Yeah, down the hallway.
It's sad, isn't it?
Mate,
really
it's
sad.
not. And I've
get
told
really
you this
down about
before.
Do you think about it after the show, Fitz?
Yeah,
or when you're
I'm like-
cuddling up at night with BJ and you think, oh, Whip's really missing out.
Giving her a kiss in the morning on the way to work every morning, you know, I feel real sad for you, mate.
Can I just reinforce that back in the day when houses were tiny, right, like Willy Wonka, that's why they would all share a bed. Now that houses are a little bit bigger and there's some more bedrooms, you don't have to sleep in the same bed
When
as
have you
other
ever
people.
lived in a small house?
I've lived in a small house.
There is a lot...
If you have room, you take the room.
Yeah, but as far as partners go, you know, mum and dad or husband and wife, there is the marital bed.
I think you'll find more people, if they're building a house right now, there is the left and right. night, there is the wife and the husband.
What?
And they have separate quarters.
Oh, quarters?
so.
I
Yeah.
don't think so. Well,
They do.
Quarters.
Bedrooms are cheap to build, man.
Oh, yeah, they really
are.
are. And so are
Give us a
granny
call.
flats.
If you're in Marylands at the moment, what quarters are you in?
Yeah.
Left wing and right wing.
There's a couple on TikTok who often share, a little bit of an insight into their sleeping habits. And they live in New York and they sleep in separate beds, but they're bunk beds and they're queen-size beds. So they
Queen-size bunk beds?
Queen-size bunk beds. So
Giant bunk beds.
Yeah. So they sleep there. I guess it means they're in the same space and they can probably go off to sleep having a little chit chat. Are you asleep yet? Or whatever. It reminds you of when you were a kid. Whether I don't know who gets the top or the bottom, but you're in close proximity, but you still have your own space.
Yeah, well, that's
What are
New
you
York,
going?
isn't it?
What are you going? You're a top without a doubt. You get a better view from
No
the top.
way.
Don't you?
Well, it
I'd be
depends how big the
furious.
room is.
If I was the top and I had to get down a tiny little ladder to do a wee in the middle of the night, I'd end up putting a pan sort of on the floor and try and shoot for it in the middle of the night. Just wee from the top bunk.
You got 20 cents every time you didn't wee your bed when you were a kid, didn't you?
That's true.
Is that correct?
Got $1 over the 5-day period.
Oh, wetting the bed is,
He invested that early and now he
hard.
owns 50% of Amazon.
Yeah, which is really weird. No one saw that coming.
Look, Fitzy, there is another story about a couple who don't sleep together, and I think you're like most people who
Get over it.
who believe that if a couple doesn't sleep together in the same bed, that they don't get to have cuddles and they don't even touch each other in real life during the day.
Mm-hmm.
But this couple have come out and said it's actually better for us. We still go off to sleep watching a TV show.
It's about the quality of the sleep.
But then when we're finished our time spent together, she will get up and she just goes upstairs to bed with her cat.
Like, be honest, Ryan James. If you had a chance to have a separate bedroom right now and you could go to bed by yourself, would you do it? It's not going to offend BJ. There's nothing. There's no
It's
sensitivities
okay. She's not
around
listening. She's not listening.
How
no
would
one will
you
know.
not want your own bed? It's heaven.
So we've ventured into the Super King. So I'm
Super King.
Where do we even get to Super King?
America is where you get them. And they're hard to get sheets for because they're made for Americans, because Americans are huge people.
I got it from Shaquille O'Neal, and
he was upsizing, was he?
You got the
Have you seen Shaquille's bed?
Yeah, I have. The Superman bed.
It's a circle.
Yeah, it's round.
And I think
circle beds only exist in places that you don't want your partner to go to.
Yeah.
Well, it's how hard would the sheets be to put on a fitted sheet onto a circle bed?
Hate it.
I don't think you just have one plastic sheet, I think. You hose it down.
Tommy, what about you? You would take the opportunity to sleep away from Inga. Happy birthday. It was her birthday yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot again. Actually, rather than me, producer Maddie has just confessed something, which I think you guys
Maddie,
would like to hear. If you want to come in, Maddie.
Maddie, don't be shy.
About
recently
her.
engaged.
Yeah, to the beautiful Shannon.
They are really living the life at the moment.
Shannon's ripped.
What do you
He's
do,
a big
Maddie?
fella too.
He's huge.
Don't.
What do you do,
Because
Maddie?
you'll never live it down.
Go.
Shannon's been sleeping head to toe and it makes me really sad.
Okay. Why is he doing top and tail? Why?
I don't know. I mean, I've been a little bit sick.
Okay, so you wake up next to his feet.
His feet.
It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
It is like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. It's horrible.
It suggests
How
that he
can
does-
you? That means he must suffocate down the end, or do you untuck the sheets? You don't have a
no sheet. No, we're too hot.
You have a flat. Do you have a fitted sheet and a doona?
Sheet and a doona.
Oh, gross.
No, it's not. That's fine, Kate
No,
Ritchie.
that's what teenagers do.
Yeah, well, they're young
We are
love.
still teenagers.
Do you find yourself nuzzling into his toes sometimes in the middle of the night? Or
Last night I just had my hand on his shin.
That is, say that again, Maddie. That is so hot.
I wanted to touch him, and it was horrible.
Do you think he'll come back? Will he come back?
so.
Yeah,
Is
turn
it
back
maybe
around.
morning breath? Is that an issue? So you don't have
mints,
to.
guys.
You don't have to talk to them in the morning.
We need to talk to Maddie about her
I
halitosis.
love it when you touch my shin.
Oh my God! Last night she rubbed my shin for 30 seconds. It was extraordinary.
Oh,
Maddie, how could you
Maddie.
reveal such filth on this show? You naughty, naughty thing. Morning, Shannon. Good on you, buddy.
Fitzy Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.